What's up, everybody? It's Case1320, and today we're going to talk about some really shitty boxes. Stay tuned. All right, and we are back. So, shitty boxes. This is one. There's some other ones here, too. We'll talk about them in a little bit. There's shitty boxes all over the place. That being said, what are shitty boxes? Well, there's a gentleman on Facebook who's been around for a long, long time. Let's start off with a little backstory about the guy who builds these. Back in the Stickum days for TBN, he used the screen name Cartapillar. I don't believe he uses that name anymore. Some of you may know him by that. But he was very active in the community back then. Did a lot of good stuff for the community back then. Still doing a lot of good stuff for the community. And we're going back 3-4 years. So, I mean, we're talking a while. But he has opened a mod company, and the company is called Shitty Boxes. That's the name. Don't ask me. There ain't nothing shitty about it. Except the name. So there ain't shitty about it. His name. Box, no shitty. It's shitless. But the company is called Shitty Boxes. So, my friend Jibba, about 2-3 months ago, got one and was really, really talking about it. And I have all different kinds of devices. I have a ton of devices. From, Vapor Flasks to spiders to Hannas. I have a lot of variable wattage devices. I'm really was trying to get out of that for a little bit. I don't know. It just, for me, I wanted the simplicity. I wanted to take it back to the older days when I started vaping. I've been vaping for about 4.5 years now, so I've seen a lot of stuff come and go. And one thing that hasn't changed is unregulated box mods. They've been around forever, ever since I started vaping. People building them to different degrees of, wellness. Some of them weren't good. Some are really good. The ones that Kurt is building are really, really good. So I will put the link for his Facebook page down below. But what I want to do is I want to talk about these in particular because I have two personal ones. I have this one and I have this one here. My wife also has one, which I borrowed it. It's pink. Pink's so not my color, so yeah, this one isn't mine. But I got in contact with him about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, and decided that I wanted him to build one for me. And this is what he came up with. Now, these are custom to a degree. You do have preferences for color and, different things like that. As you can see, it has my name on the side of it. It has a vinyl decal that I did pick out, but I'll say a little bit more about that decal in a second because really not just a decal. This is my main one. This would happen to be a 26650 parallel. So, really nice. I think it's about 7,000 milliamp hours worth of battery in this. Nice magnetic door. That is very, very strong magnets. It clicks right in. I'm running this on a 0.5 Kanger sub-tank. Again, parallel. No wattage, no adjustability, just reliable power. And it's just that. If I use this mod all day long, which I do, this is my all-day mod. I have other ones that I use, intermittently throughout the day, but this is what's basically in my hand most of the day. I can get anywhere between 2.5 and 3 days straight. And I'm a chain vapor. So, right there, that's really good. That's a major plus, and that's why I wanted this one. We can do a size comparison if you are familiar with like the size of a vapor flask. That'll give you a little idea of the size. It is a big mod, but this is also a 26,650. This is an 18,650, but this one isn't parallel. This one is serial. So basically, you're talking with a full battery charge, 8.2 volts. This is definitely not a beginner's mod. This is something that you cannot use with a sub-tank. At least not well, unless you're building your own coils for it. Anything like that. This is really, I have this just for a dripper, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But if you're looking for something to throw some clouds, this may be the way to go. Now, much, much smaller, 18,650, 26,650. You can see the size difference is definitely there. I have huge hands, not a big deal for me to have a bigger mod. If you don't, this will make you want to, 18,650, much smaller. It's exact same size as my wife's, and she's 4'11". She has to look up the grasshoppers, and she holds this with no problem. So if size is an issue, that's not going to be a big deal. I really don't know how much more I'm going to say. I'm going to show you the interiors because that is one thing that really, really impresses me a lot as well, is the workmanship. The nice, clean interior. These do have MOSFET, so they are protected to a degree. Be responsible, people. Correct? Battery safety, all that stuff that I've been talking about for years applies here. Not as much for this one that's running parallel as the one that's running series. We'll talk about the series one here in a second. But no, great all-day performance. If you're looking for something with a little custom flare, you're not going to beat the prices either. They range anywhere from like $70 to $90, depending on options you get. That's pretty damn good. Like I said, this is a vinyl decal, but what he does is he powder coats them. He applies the decal, and he powder coats over it. So there's really no risk of, unless you grind this against a brick, of this decal coming off. It's not just under normal wear and tear. It's not going to happen. So it gives a nice little, ability to customize it a little bit. Great performance. Absolute awesome mod. Now this is the parallel one. So basically, one positive going up, one positive going down. You're getting the power from both batteries at once. I am running, and you can actually, well, you can kind of see it. You can sort of see it. I have A and B on my batteries. Now these are eFest. These are the 38 amp. When I bought the mod, I purchased 4 of them. I keep them together. I keep them lettered. I charge them together. I rotate them on the charger every time I charge them. But the important thing with something like this is that they are always paired. You want to pair your batteries regardless. But for something like this, you definitely want to pair your batteries. Again, battery safety. Performance on this is your cloud rig. This is, I want to make huge monstrous clouds. This will do that. Just with a standard dripper. This is set up in dual coil, and yeah, it's power. It's a great mod. Short hits, big clouds. I mean, that's basically what I use it for. So my wife's is set up very much like my orange one. This is parallel, but set in 18,650 configuration. So, a smaller box. If you're looking for a unregulated parallel or series box mod, I highly suggest you at least go look at the Shitty Boxes Facebook group, because I'm telling you, Kurt's doing some good things over there. And he's also been a viable, very important part of the community for a long time. Done a lot of great stuff. He's an awesome guy. So, I see many Shitty Boxes in my future. Yeah, I do. I really do. That's about it for now. Until next time, this is Case. I'll see you.